Welcome to this free immigration help channel. Today is November 10, 2023, and today we're going to talk about the brand new visa bulletin that just came out for December 2023. Now, I'm going to mention right away, if you are familiar with the visa bulletin, if you have been checking on it for the past few months, for some time, then I'm not going to waste your time with this video because it did not move at all, okay? If you're familiar with November 2023 visa bulletin, then it did not move absolutely at all for anyone. In final action, days for filing for the family, for employment base, there was absolutely no movement on the December 2023 visa bulletin. Unfortunately, it really is quite unfortunate. And if you've been subscribed to this channel, you know that this is also personal to me as well. I'm an immigrant myself, and I do have some petitions that we are waiting on, so I can definitely relate. This is disappointing. But if you have, if this is your first video on this channel, if you are not familiar with the visa bulletin, if you want to find out more how to read it and to understand it, stick around, because in this video I will give that brief introduction, and we're going to talk about some movement that, well, didn't happen from November, but in general, what is a good movement, what is not a good movement. So I'm not going to compare it to the November, I have it here, but like I said, everything is the same exact dates, so we're just going to go over the December 2023, and I'm going to talk about how to read briefly the visa bulletin. So on this channel, we'll concentrate more on the family immigration, family reunification petitions, I-130 petitions. So we're going to talk about the 4 family preference categories, and you can find them here. They are listed here if you want to find out a little bit more. Basically, it's a 4 family preference category. The F1 is unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. There's a second category with 2 subcategories, F2A and F2B. F2A is spouses and children of permanent residents. F2B is unmarried sons and daughters, 21 years of age or older of permanent residents. F3 is married sons and daughters of U.S. citizens, and F4 are siblings of adult U.S. citizens. So if you scroll down, you will find 2 graphs. Graph A, final action dates for family-sponsored preference cases, and the graph B, dates for filing family-sponsored visa applications. So basically the difference between 2 graphs is depending on where you are in your family reunification process, you will be looking at the corresponding graph. So if your I-130 have been recently approved by USCIS and already transferred to the NVC, and you are still waiting for the welcome letter from the NVC for the portal open up on the NVC website for you to start your documentary qualification process, and you want to know when you will receive that welcome letter, when that portal is going to be open, you're going to be looking at the graph B, dates for filing. If you are already documentarily qualified and now you just want to know when the backlog, when this period of backlog is going to go through for your case and when your immigrant will become available, or if you are just now starting the I-130, your family reunification process, and you want to know the full length approximately of how long the whole process is going to take, you will also be looking at the graph A, which shows final action dates. So now you're kind of familiar with both graphs. We're going to go through one of the graphs just to kind of understand how to read it. So you will see the family preference categories, F1, F2A, F2B, F3, which we already talked about. You will see also the chargeability areas. All right, these columns, they represent the chargeability areas. So there's all chargeability area, okay? There's China, India, Mexico, and Philippines. So these 4 countries, they have their separate chargeability area because the immigration numbers are higher from those countries. So some of them, they do have different priority days that are listed. But for literally everybody else, which also is referred to as the rest of the world, a lot of times, you are looking at the all chargeability area. So if you are from China, you're looking at China, India, you get the point. But if you're from anywhere else in the world, then you're looking at all chargeability area. Okay, so what are these dates now? This is the most important part. This is what allows you to read the visa bulletin. These dates, they represent the priority dates of people that are becoming current as of right now. Okay, so if we're looking at November, December visa bulletin, these are the priority dates that becoming current right now in November, December. So, for example, someone in F1, for example, category, who has the priority date back in January 2015, as of right now, their immigrant visa is becoming available. Their priority date is finally becoming current. So if you are in F1 and your priority date is right around January 2015 and you're already documentarily qualified, that means your immigrant visa is becoming available very soon. So once your priority date becomes current, you're just waiting for really the interview to be scheduled. That's really it. So for example, if you're looking at, let's say, your all chargeability area and your F1 category and your priority date, let's say January 2016, and you're looking here at the graph A, you're already documentarily qualified, but you're still waiting for your visa to become available. You're looking at this date right here and it shows January 2015, you are January 2016, so you're 1 year away from the availability of your immigrant visa. So roughly you have about a year to wait. The reason why I say roughly is unfortunately because, well, as you can see with this example here, from November to December visa bulletin, there was absolutely no movement, which means that it was showing January 2015 in November visa bulletin and it's still showing January 2015 in December visa bulletin. So ideally, there would be movement at least a month every month, right? So new visa bulletin comes out and now instead of January 2015, it's showing February 2015, right? So it keeps moving forward. That's a positive move, that's a good move. Sometimes it moves few months ahead, sometimes it doesn't move at all, sometimes it moves back, which is worse than no movement at all. That's called retrogression. And we definitely don't want to see that. So hopefully now you understand, after watching this video, if this is your first video on this channel, hopefully now you understand how to read the visa bulletin. Same exact rules applying to the graph B. Obviously, I don't concentrate that much on the employment-based stuff on this channel, but it's exactly the same thing really for employment as well. Here you see some of the C's here, which means that it's current, so there is really no backlog on these visa types, and U means unauthorized. So currently it's not even it's not even available. So for certain religious workers, looks like right now it's unauthorized. If you have any questions with this with the visa bulletin, with family immigration in general, you're very welcome to drop your questions in the comments below. And every other day I try to make a video where I do Q&A, where I go through all the questions and answer them in the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. God bless, and I'll see you all in the next video.